How you doing today? Last time I popped on this video, we talked about having a sharp knife and how important the chef's knife is in the kitchen. Today we're going to talk about knife handling in the kitchen. And of course, one of the goals is to be efficient at your cutting, but also not cutting yourself. When you first hold your French knife, don't just hang on to it by the handle. You want to hang on to it like you mean it. So you've got real good control of the knife. That way, when you're cutting down, it's not flipping either direction on you. You've got full control over the knife. Again, it's important that the knife's sharp. And there's different areas of the knife that we're going to use to cut different things. If we're cutting a mushroom, we're going to use the tip of the knife. Now, this takes a little bit of practice, but you're actually going to come off your knuckles of your knife. Of course, not raising up the knife too high that you're going to cut your knuckles off, although I've lost a couple in my time. So when you're slicing, say, a mushroom, you're going to want to use the tip of the knife. So when you use the tip of the knife, when you're cutting a mushroom, same thing if you're cutting some squash or zucchini or whatever the case is, you're going to want to use the tip of the knife coming across it like that. Now you get into something like a green pepper, or a red pepper, or a green pepper, or a yellow pepper, I guess. You don't want to cut it from the skin side. The skin side is harder to get the knife through. So you want to cut it from what we call the meat side. This is going to be more of a slicing motion rather than a chopping motion. So you're actually just slicing it. And then if you're going to go ahead and you're going to do a little dice or whatever, we're going to come back to the back side of the blade, or down here towards what we call the heel, and you're going to come across like this. Go ahead and give yourself some dice. When you're going to cut an onion, you always want to remember, one of the reasons that you cry is because you're crushing the onion. So when you're going to slice an onion, you're going to do that. You're going to slice it. And when you slice it, you're not releasing all those juices that make you cry so bad. If you're going to dice an onion, you can see I've cut this one in half. If we're going to dice it, we're going to come across here with the tip, slicing downward. Then I'm going to come across here like this in the slicing motion so that we don't start balling. And then just with a couple of whacks of the knife, you've already got it diced up. So you don't have to make all these different cuts in order to dice it. That's a little bit on knife handling today. I'm Russ Adams, and we're out here at Strongbow.